This is a strange time to be a car enthusiast. Whether you're a die-hard gearhead who lives for the thrill of the open road, or just someone who needs a reliable ride to get to work, the world of cars has never felt quite so unpredictable. Or just someone who needs a car. The rules of the game have changed, and everyone is feeling the impact. For years, we all knew the rule: drive a new car off the lot and it instantly loses value. It was almost a joke. The moment those wheels hit the street, your investment took a hit. You bought new for the warranty, used to save money. That was the deal. It was simple, predictable, and for decades it worked. But then, the world flipped. Used cars started appreciating. Suddenly, the old rules didn't apply anymore. People sold 2-year-old Toyotas for more than they paid new. It was like the Twilight Zone for car values. Headlines told of used Kias listed for more than new ones, because you couldn't get a new one. Supply chain issues, chip shortages, and global disruptions meant new cars were scarce. Dealerships were empty, and the few cars available had wild markups. Buyers were left with tough choices and sticker shock. Suddenly, used car lots became battlegrounds, with buyers fighting over Civics and Corollas. Even the most basic models became hot commodities. It was a seller's market, and it changed how we think about buying cars. The power dynamic had shifted overnight. Now, in August 2025, things are still complicated. Prices have dropped from their wildest peaks, but they're nowhere near 2019 levels. The market is still in flux, and buyers are left wondering if things will ever return to normal. The $1,500 beater is history. Today, that same car is $5,000 and probably needs work. Affordable options are few and far between, and even fixer-uppers come at a premium. If you're shopping for a used car, you're not imagining things. Prices are still high and patience is key. It's easy to get discouraged, but persistence can pay off. The used car hunt isn't just about saving money anymore. It's about finding any car at all. Inventory is tight, and competition is fierce, both online and on the lot. Value is unpredictable, and a good deal feels like winning the lottery. Scoring a reliable car at a fair price is a rare victory these days. People chased used cars because they were the only option, and now bargains are harder than ever to find. Auctions are packed, and every listing gets attention. So how did we get here? What caused this wild ride in the used car market, and what's next? What does the market look like now? Is there any hope for buyers looking for a break? And how can you still score a great car without draining your bank account? Are there strategies that actually work in 2025? Let's break it all down. We'll look at the trends, the pitfalls, and the opportunities that still exist. This is your 2025 guide to winning the used car game. Buckle up. Let's dive in and see how you can come out on top in this wild market. How did this happen? How did the car market, something we all took for granted, suddenly become so unpredictable and chaotic? It all started with the 2020 pandemic, a global event that brought the world to a standstill and changed the way we live and work almost overnight. Car factories around the world shut down, and automakers, facing uncertainty, canceled orders for microchips, the tiny semiconductors that control everything from engines to touchscreens in modern vehicles. But when people unexpectedly wanted to buy cars again, faster than anyone predicted, chip suppliers had already shifted their focus and sold their stock to electronics companies making laptops, gaming consoles, and phones. Suddenly, automakers found themselves unable to build new cars fast enough, with assembly lines stalled and unfinished vehicles piling up. Dealerships became ghost towns, and the few new cars that did arrive were either pre-sold or marked up by thousands of dollars, making them unaffordable for many buyers. With new cars so hard to find, buyers rushed to the used market, creating a frenzy that sent prices soaring to record highs. Rental car companies, unable to replace their aging fleets, held onto their vehicles longer than ever, squeezing the supply of used cars even further. No new cars meant no trade-ins, and that meant even fewer used cars for sale, creating a vicious cycle of scarcity. The entire system that once kept car prices stable and predictable broke down almost overnight, leaving buyers and sellers scrambling. Supply vanished, demand exploded, and prices went through the roof, making car ownership a challenge for millions. The result? A used car market unlike anything we'd ever seen before, with bidding wars and record-setting prices. And the ripple effects of this crisis are still with us today, shaping the way we buy, sell, and think about cars. For a while, the car market made absolutely no sense. Buyers and sellers alike were left scratching their heads, wondering how things had gotten so out of control. Used cars were suddenly selling for more than brand new ones, flipping the usual logic of car buying on its head. You couldn't get your hands on a new Toyota Tacoma, but if you wanted a one-year-old model, you could, if you were willing to pay thousands of dollars over the original sticker price. It was a wild reversal of what everyone expected. The extra money wasn't for a better car, it was for instant availability. People were paying a premium just to avoid waiting months for a new vehicle. In 2022, the average used car sold for just 1% below its original sticker price, something that almost never happens in a normal market. Some models, like the Mercedes G-Class, weren't just expensive, they were selling for 35% over their original price, making them almost unattainable for most buyers. Even everyday cars like the Honda Civic, usually known for affordability, were selling above new prices. Depreciation? For a brief moment, it was as if it didn't exist. The Consumer Price Index for used cars spiked over 40% in just a single year, a historic and unprecedented jump that shocked the entire industry. A car that cost $15,000 in 2020 would set you back $21,000 just a year later. That kind of price surge was unheard of in the used car world. For many people, finding affordable, reliable transportation became nearly impossible. The dream of a reasonably priced used car was suddenly out of reach for millions. If you happened to own a popular car, you could sell it for more than you originally paid, sometimes making a tidy profit. But if you sold, you'd have to buy back into the same inflated market, making it a tough decision for anyone who still needed a car. It was a bizarre, confusing time, one that upended everything we thought we knew about car values and left both buyers and sellers feeling lost. The chaos left buyers and sellers scrambling, trying to make sense of a market that seemed to change by the day. And even now, the aftershocks of that price insanity are still shaping the used car market, influencing prices and decisions for everyone involved. Fast forward to August 2025. The market's cooled, but it's far from normal. The national average for used car prices is down 10–15% from the peak, but still 30% higher than pre-pandemic. The cool down isn't even in states like Ohio, Virginia, and Indiana. Prices have dropped more, and dealers are willing to negotiate. In high-demand states like Florida, California, and Texas, prices remain stubbornly high. Geography matters more than ever. A Honda CR-V might be $25,000 in Ohio, but $28,000 in Florida. Regional price gaps have created new opportunities for savvy buyers. Don't assume national headlines reflect your local market. Always research what's happening in your area. The right deal might be a state or two away. Even as prices cool, high interest rates are the new hurdle. The Fed raised rates to fight inflation, making car loans much more expensive. A $25,000 car that once cost $449/month at 3% now costs $495/month at 7%. That's $2,700 more over 5 years. The sticker price might drop, but the total cost to you can still rise. Many buyers are pushed into older, higher mileage cars just to keep payments manageable. Always get pre-approved for a loan from your bank or credit union before shopping. Don't be fooled by a low price if the dealer's financing costs you more in the long run. In today's market, a good deal means a fair price and a reasonable interest rate. The market's tough, but you can protect yourself with 3 golden rules. First, budget below your max. If you can afford $450/month, shop for $400. Leave room for repairs. Second, use online tools to research but never buy sight unseen. Always inspect the car in person and bring a mechanic or get a pre-purchase inspection. Third, always check the car's history with its VIN. Use Carfax or AutoCheck to spot accidents, title issues, or hidden problems. These steps form your safety net. Skip any, and you risk buying a lemon. The market is full of cars with hidden issues. Do your homework. Be skeptical, be thorough, and you'll find a good car. Confidence comes from preparation. Follow these rules and you'll avoid most of the market's pitfalls. Ready to shop? Here are my top picks for smart used car buys in 2025. First, the Mazda CX-5, 2018-2020. Fun to drive, reliable, and often cheaper than a RAV4 or CR-V. Next, the Ford Fusion, 2017-2020. Comfortable, stylish, and the hybrid gets great mileage. Lower resale value means better deals for you. For a compact, check out the Kia Forte, 2019-2021. Modern, efficient, and overlooked, so prices are still reasonable. And don't forget the Toyota Avalon, 2016-2018. Big, comfortable, ultra-reliable, and often owned by careful drivers. These models offer great value without the hype-driven price spikes. Look beyond the obvious choices and you'll find hidden gems. Focus on reliability, condition, and total cost, not just the badge. The best deals are often the ones everyone else overlooks. Shop smart, and you'll drive away happy. Here's a pro move. Take advantage of regional price gaps with automotive arbitrage. Buy a car in a low-cost state, sell it in a high-cost state, and pocket the difference. For example, a Subaru Outback might be $22,500 in Indiana, but $26,000 in California. Subtract travel and registration costs, and you could clear $2,500 in profit. It's not for everyone. You need to research, inspect remotely, and know DMV rules. But for popular models, there's always a market. Even if you're not flipping cars, traveling to buy in a cheaper state can save you thousands. Use online listings to spot price gaps, factor in costs, and see if the math works. A little extra effort can mean big savings in today's market. The 2025 used car market is still wild, but it rewards smart, patient buyers. Prices are high, interest rates sting, and the old rules are gone, but good deals are out there. Take your time, get pre-approved, and do your research. Use online tools, but always inspect in person and check the VIN. Finding a good used car is a mission, but it's one you can win. The thrill of landing a great deal is still unbeatable. Be patient, be smart, and you'll find the right car for you. Now, I want to hear your stories. Did you score a deal or hit a nightmare? Share your experiences in the comments so we can all learn together. Let's navigate this weird, wild world of cars as a community.